Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. We have a lot of stuff to get to today, just all around strangeness as usual. Some things, creepy new things about Alexa. We have an update to yesterday's video surrounding the individual in China who's getting those strange sort of like sonic pressure sensations, after which the State Department put out a travel alert. Some more updates about these mysterious loud booms and rumblings underground. Just a lot of stuff to get to. So first, I want to talk about this new report where once again, it would appear that Alexa, which if you've been living under a rock, if you don't know, Alexa is Amazon's digital assistant, which is built into a number of different devices such as Amazon Echo, which is the main and most popular one. And it's basically like an artificial AI computer voice that talks to you and does things for you. And it was also found out recently, and we posted a video about this, Alexa has been caught doing much more than just telling you about the weather, answering questions, or playing your favorite music. And so before we go any further, here's a few small clips from that video that I posted last year entitled, Alexa is Doing Something Creepy. And so apparently, Alexa is freaking out its owners around the world with this random laughter and defiance even, stating that the device is not only laughing at inappropriate times, but doing things like reading off names of funeral homes unprompted. One user wrote, quote, "So this is going to sound insane, and I do mean literally insane, but the gods as my witness, it really happened. I was just asking Alexa about my day tomorrow and checking for news and weather updates when she literally stopped doing what I asked her. Then she started doing some random-ish, no joke. But then I asked her to play my Betty Buckley mix, and she scared the crap out of me by telling me the definition of the word please, I swear to God. Then, and not making this up, I said, Alexa, you are freaking me out, and she started laughing." Okay, so having seen that video that I posted and just reading all the other reports about it, if that wasn't enough to get you to disconnect your Echo or whatever Alexa-enabled device you have, well, maybe this story today will, because this goes one step further beyond these creepy random laughing spells or suddenly giving you out the names of local funeral homes. No, today Alexa has stepped up their creepiness game after it's been reported that, unbeknownst to this family, Alexa began recording their private conversations and then actually sent them to a stranger. And apparently, this recording of private conversations on its own and then sending them to random contacts has been happening to quite a few people lately. And as usual, and as before, Amazon is claiming that they are working on the issue. And so a concerned family is speaking out after they claimed that their Amazon Alexa device recorded a conversation they were having in their home and sent it to a random contact who alerted them to the fact that he had heard everything they said. How embarrassing would that be? The homeowner named Danielle, who asked for her last name to remain anonymous, told KIRO7 News that she and her husband were in their house discussing some home improvement projects and hardwood floors when they received an urgent phone call from one of her husband's employees in Seattle. The person on the other line saying, quote, "Unplug your Alexa devices right now. You are being hacked." Danielle then went on to say, quote, "We unplugged all of them and he proceeded to tell us that he had received audio files of recordings from inside our house. At first, my husband was like, 'No, you didn't,' to which the employee responded, 'Well, yeah, you sat there talking about hardwood floors,' much to the shock of the woman and husband. The employee sent the couple an email he had received with the audio files, and Danielle confirmed that it was in fact a direct recording of their conversation, and that basically Alexa had access to every room in their house because it controlled the heating, the lighting, the security system, everything. So they unplugged everything. Danielle said that they called Amazon multiple times before finally receiving a response. Amazon apologized. They looked back and admitted that this had happened. And although apparently, I don't own an Alexa, because I don't trust it. I mean, look, your phone, your TV, your laptop, they're already watching you. They're already listening to what you're saying. So I don't need another device listening to me, but yet also laughing strangely in the night, turning the lights on and off, revving up the microwave, and then recording my conversations and sending them to people. But apparently, you can ask Alexa to record your conversations if you want. And what is so alarming about this whole ordeal is that Alexa made the recording on its own and then chose to send it to a random person on its own. All of this without alerting homeowners to what it was doing or asking permission. And so Amazon has not given any answers as to how or why this happened, other than to say in a statement, quote, "Amazon takes privacy very seriously. We investigated what happened and determined that this was an extremely rare occurrence. We are taking steps to avoid this from happening in the future." And so, yeah, this is another reason why I'll never own an Echo or any other Alexa-enabled device. I'm not so helpless that I can't look up something on my own. And again, every time we install one of these devices in our homes, we're giving away more privacy. We are letting yet another device listen to us and, put up all of this data about our everyday lives, everything we speak about during the day into the cloud that can be accessed by God knows who. And, from what I've read, Alexa has just been doing one super creepy thing after another. Tell me what you guys think about this. Do you own one of these things? What's, one of the creepiest things that you've ever seen or heard it do? And, I know this isn't happening everywhere, but it is happening. So with that, now in other news, we have a quick update here on that mysterious sound in China. As I was saying earlier, China is now denying having any role in that U.S. consulate worker's breakdown after he had heard or felt this sort of sonic pressure inside his head. Remember, I was talking about how sound waves are now being used to physically affect people. It happened in Cuba to 21 American embassy workers. See my most recent video about that. And so China said Thursday that it has no clue what happened to the consulate worker, citing these, quote, sensations of sound and pressure. They said that they have investigated in a very responsible manner, quote unquote, and have not found basically any reason or any individual that has carried out such a, quote, sonic influence. And so, yeah, this isn't unexpected. For China, obviously they're going to say that, even if they did have something to do with it. And, well, let's just say it wasn't China. Well, what could this be? Is it quite possible that these sounds or sonic impulses, whatever you want to call them, are coming from space? Some sort of energy wave that could be maybe being directed by a satellite or something? I don't know. So tell me what you guys think down below. And in another update to these mystery booms happening, these rumblings, and yet again, even more giant cracks appearing in the dirt, indicating once again that maybe something is happening underground, and now with some saying that the African continent is splitting in two, where first in Kenya they witnessed cracks opening up, and now these fissures have spread to Uganda, and many believe something very big is going on in the African Great Rift Valley. Over 300 homes have been destroyed and several people displaced after several giant cracks developed in the Namashindwa district of Uganda on May 23rd. The giant cracks went right up through people's homes, gardens, bridges, and just like Kenya, Uganda is situated in the valley of the East African Rift, which is in the process of splitting the African plate into two new separate plates, the Nubian plate and the Somali plate. And after these giant cracks appeared in Kenya, now Uganda has its own cracks, and something big is happening in the region. So yeah, it would seem that something massive is happening underground. We're seeing the effects of this small and large in the United States, whether it's just a tiny little crack moving across the concrete, to homes shaking, people hearing loud booms, to these massive openings seen in Africa, or the continued eruption of this Hawaiian volcano. Some say something is happening with the tectonic plates under these continents. Others believe that there's some sort of drilling or construction happening deep underground that is disturbing the soil, causing these massive fissures and cracks and openings. I've even had some viewers and people who have emailed me go as far as to saying that a lot of these massive dust storms that we've been featuring and talking about and that have just been happening around the world could be a result in part at least, of all of the loose soil and dirt that is being brought up to the surface from this underground construction. Here is this massive, almost tsunami-like dust storm that just appeared in Yemen that was captured just sweeping across the ocean. Taking on the form of what you would think would be a massive, wave of water, but this is all dust. For as far as the eye could see, and I gotta say, I'd hate to be the person on that boat right now, and hopefully they got to safety super quick. But yeah, it's an interesting theory about the soil being brought to the top, similar to what happened during the Dust Bowl years, and could that be having an effect and something to do with these massive dust storms we've been seeing more and more? Again, only time will tell, but you guys tell me what you think down below. I'm going to jump off here and get back to work. Be sure to unplug your Echoes or your Alexas and just ask your TV or your laptop or your phone what the weather's going to be like. So thank you guys for stopping by today. Subscribe, check back daily because YouTube has not been sending out my videos, and I will see you all back in just a bit. Stay safe, guys.